What are the best bets for the conference championship games this weekend? We're going to talk about it today on the Jay All Day Sports Show. Guys, I'm your host, Jay. I'm a former Bleacher Report writer turned YouTuber. Let's get into some of these bets. During the regular season, we made an initial investment. Week 1, we were up 85% at the end of the NFL season. We had a great year. That's why you have to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Bills versus the Chiefs. The spread's going up. It was about even now. The Bills are getting 2 points. Chiefs are coming back minus 130, 48 for the over-under. Commanders, Eagles, the line's been pretty much stationary all week long at 6 points. The Eagles are laying 6. The Commanders are getting 6. Eagles coming in, money line bet, minus 280, over-under at 47.5. I want to go over some of my prop bets. All right, NFL fans, let's slide over and go over each and every one of my bets and why I placed them this week. The first bet that I really like is anytime touchdown for James Cook. It's coming back at plus money at plus 110. James Cook rattled off a ton of consecutive games in a row of touchdowns. He had a touchdown in the Denver game. He didn't have one last week, but I think a lot of people are going to be on that Josh Allen coming in at like minus 140 or whatever it is. But I love the James Cook one. I think he has a big game. If they want to keep Mahomes off the field, I think James Cook is going to be a big part of the game plan this week. I love the James Cook anytime touchdown. I also love a small bet for me, Travis Kelce anytime touchdown at plus money as well. James Cook and Kelce both coming in at plus money. I absolutely love that, guys. Next up, we have the bigger of my prop bets this week. Saquon Barkley, over 125 rushing yards in the last game that they played without Jalen Hurts. He had 150 yards rushing. I think he easily eclipses 125.5 yards. Remember, the Commanders have the third worst rushing defense in the NFL, guys. They've given up 300 yards in the past 2 games, 200 plus to the Lions last week in that win. Saquon's going to ball out. Ball out! I love myself some Saquon Barkley over. And I also cashed last week on Kenny Gainwell. The over-under for yards for him rushing was like 9. So we cashed that. He only had 1 run, but it went for 10 yards. Cash for us last week. All right, now let's move on to the next bet. This is Jalen Hurts. Over 30.5 rushing yards. I love that. I know he's a little bit banged up, but I think that's getting a little bit overblown. He had that in 1 carry last week, man. I love over 30.5 yards for Jalen Hurts in this game. Next up, over 62.5 for Terry McLaurin. I expect the Commanders to be playing from behind, or they got out to a huge lead from passing. They're not going to get a huge lead from running the ball. They're not going to do that. So I think there's 2 scenarios where Terry McLaurin is fed the ball early and often in this game. I love Terry McLaurin over 62.5 yards. Next up, Zach Ertz has become a fundamental part of this offense, especially on third down or when plays break down in the pocket. Zach Ertz over 33.5 yards. He didn't have a lot of yards in that last game they played, but I expect him to be a fundamental part of this offense if they want to win. And if they're behind, especially late in the game, garbage time, he could be in the mix for big throws down the field. Love Zach Ertz there, guys. And then, next up, I'm just doing a straight-up money line bet on my birds. I got to get some juice in there. I don't love it at minus 280. I think the best thing to do, guys, is to parlay them with whoever you think is going to win the later game between the Bills and the Chiefs. It'll come back at very, very, very good odds. And then the next bet, my biggest bet of the week, is the Kansas City Chiefs to win money line at minus 130, a $50 bet, 38.46 on the minus 130 bet. All right, here's the reason why I'm making this bet. There's only one reason. I don't want the Chiefs to win. Jay, what the hell are you talking about? Then why are you betting on the Chiefs? Because it's a win-win for me. Either the Chiefs win, they figure out some damn way to win, and I win my bet and I win some cash. Or I lose the bet, but the Chiefs aren't in the Super Bowl. That is the ultimate win-win for any NFL fan that is not a fan of the Kansas City Chiefs. Either you win a bunch of cash on the game or the Chiefs don't get a chance at the three-peat. I absolutely love that, guys. So that's why I bet big on the Chiefs, because they're at home, coming in around even money, right? All right, guys, let's talk about some other bets that are in potential. The over-unders, I don't love them. Vegas is kind of right on the money with the 47.5 and the 48. I do think these games are going to be a little bit slower paced because there's a lot on the line. You don't want to make big-time mistakes. So I think especially this Eagles-Commanders game, there's going to be a lot of runs, either their quarterback runs or design runs. I'm just a little worried about how explosive the Commanders can be and the potential over. And the same thing with the Eagles, with Saquon Barkley. He's super explosive. He could rack up points very quickly. That's why I don't necessarily love the over-unders in these spots. Bills Chiefs, I think it's going to be more methodical too. The Bills run some zone, so we all know how dangerous Patrick Mahomes is in zone, so that scares me as well. I'm just staying away from the over-unders in these spots. But, doing a teaser, which I think could be an interesting bet, is with the Bills and the Commanders, right? If you think these games are going to be close, which they probably will be, and you go to multiples, and then we go this teaser route. All right, guys, let's check out this teaser. With a basic 6-point teaser at minus 120 odds, we got the Commanders in 12 and the Buffalo Bills in 8. I love that teaser. That sounds pretty juicy to me. An extra point, Buffalo Bills in 9, Commanders and 13. Or we could go up to the minus 185. We got the Commanders getting 15 and the Bills getting 11. That seems like pretty good juice to me, guys. I'm doing a $10 bet on that right now for you guys live. That's what we do here on the Jay All Day Show. We give you the best bets on YouTube, up 85% on the year. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And let me know in the comments, who do you think is going to win these games? What props and what bets do you like for the conference championship games? Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you're interested in getting early access to my content, you just want to support me and the channel, or you want to get my bets every single Friday, make sure you check out my memberships. I have a 99-cent tier just to support the channel, and for $4.99 a month, you get early access to all my videos, a bunch of exclusive member content like my bets each and every Friday. Make sure you take the time, check it out. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.